This is your day one update on rescuing my 1984 Ford Bronco from thieves. We're driving it from Kansas City to Detroit with no hotels, no highways, no Google Maps, and no AC. When we got to the truck, the first order of business was to undo the damage the thieves had done. So we had to replace the battery and replace the entire starter solenoid system. We didn't really know how this was wired. It took a lot of guess and check, but eventually we got the truck started. It's amazing after sitting for 2 years that it ran as well as it did with 2-year-old gas in it, but it did. Even though the key tumbler was broken, it still turned, so we didn't need a key to start the truck, and so we got underway. The biggest problem by far, though, was that the truck had a horrible exhaust leak and was pumping exhaust directly into the cabin, and we didn't know from where. We knew the tailpipe was rusted off, and that was probably adding a lot to it, but it was completely unbearable. The first thing we did Friday morning was we got up and we checked an auto parts store for a replacement tailpipe or pieces of pipe that we could make into a tailpipe, and there weren't any. So we went to an exhaust shop, and some awesome people there fabricated us a tailpipe very quickly. They got us in and out of that place, lickety-split. I'm very appreciative for what they did. It's so funny driving old trucks because now that the truck doesn't have exhaust in the cabin, it feels like $1 million. It feels like a brand new truck. It wasn't long before we went east out of Kansas City before we found that we had our second problem, was that the heat was unbelievably oppressive. It was 94 degrees outside and very little airflow, even with the little side windows open. We did all that we could do, chugging waters and Gatorades, but we weren't getting any cooler. And then we found the heat was stuck on in the truck. The little adjuster knob thing was completely gone, so the truck was stuck on full heat, even with the blower motor off. All this heat was coming into the cab and cooking us alive. So we found the little heater valve thing, and then night started to fall, which it cooled off a ton, and it got much, much easier to drive. And we got here to the middle of Missouri, to the Mark Twain National Forest, I think. We set up camp for the night, and then we got up, we did a little maintenance on the truck. We did plugs, wires, and a cap. The truck's running fine. I'm really happy to say that. Now, hopefully, for the next 2 days, it holds up, because we have a long way to go until we get to Detroit. So, see you in the next update.